Yes, people, big up. Welcome back to another stream on Shik TV. We're back again after a pretty long break, to be honest. Obviously, we had the international break in between, so we didn't really do a lot of United content. I have been doing like career modes and stuff in between, so that's pretty much all you guys saw from me. But we are back since the international break is almost to an end, and we do play on this weekend against Brentford. But today's topic of the video is obviously we're going to talk about INEOS, and we're going to talk about the fact that Ten Hag is still at the club, some of the decisions that they've made. I guess we'll go through like some of the signings and stuff like that. And I'm not by myself today. I do have a special guest that I have decided to bring onto the stream for the first time ever. Been a long time coming, of course, but we do have man like Taz in the building, whose thoughts we're also going to get today. Big up to you, Taz. What you saying, bro?
Big up to you for bringing me on and long time coming. I've actually, you know what? I've enjoyed international break. I really have. Honestly, I don't want it to end.
Right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like my England team is showing ambition, getting a baller of a manager in Tommy T.
Are you happy about that, Tommy Tuchel?
Oh yeah, I wanted Thomas Tuchel at England. I don't care about this English narrative, man. Whoever's not, but whoever, bro. I just want trophies, man. I don't care how we get it, who we choose. Like, as long as we win a World Cup or Euros, then I'm happy, man. None of that Ford Gate, none of these like Sean Dyche, Sam Allardyce type of managers. I want someone that knows how to win. And at least I'm more happy about supporting England now than supporting United at this point. I mean, I don't want to go to the Premier League. I was enjoying international, man.
I know. I hear you, because obviously for once, I think this is maybe this is the first time where no United players were selected in an England squad for a long time, if that's not the first time. But yeah, the break was good. We didn't get to even see a lot of United players. I did see Portugal watch along, so I did see Bruno and stuff here and there, but it's whatever. But I hear you. Unfortunately, we are back. And the biggest topic of discussion is obviously INEOS. But before we do get your thoughts about all that type of stuff, first of all, do want to obviously show love to the chat real quick. Big up to Steve. He says, big up. He says, sup, broski. Big up to you, man. Hope you're doing good, Steve. Make sure you guys also go and subscribe to Strasbourg Steve's channel as well every single time. Big up to AK. He says, big up Sheik and Taz. Big up to you, bro. Hope you're doing well. We got Stephanie G. She says, big up Sheik and big up Taz as well. Hope you're doing well, Stephanie G. Long time. United break is always welcome at the moment. At this point, yeah, it's like that's how our club's moving at this point, where we're all celebrating international breaks because we don't have to watch the team. So that should tell you pretty much everything. Big up to Don C, absolute legend. Don C, big up to you, bro. We got Prime saying, "Let me hear you say any hoes." Like man, it's crazy. The tweet, the videos. I just sent him a message too in our group chat. I said, the vault of clips that Prime has is insane. Like, if you guys go to my Twitter right now and you see my post about this stream, he quote tweeted it, and just go look at the video. It's just, yeah, the clips that he has are absolutely insane. But yeah, he says big up Taz in the chat. Then we got Don C saying INEOS. We got Manj, big up to Manj. He says looking forward to the next international break. Big up. And then Prime says also Fergie wasn't sacked, by the way, from what I heard. It was amicable. Okay. So let's pretty much get your thoughts on all this, of course. Since it is your first time on the channel, and the chat is, going to hear your views for the first time. Let us know where you stand about United this season. Prior to this season, the transfer window, were you happy with the signings, the whole INEOS thing? Obviously, I've caught your content and I know where you stand with all these things. But yeah, let the chat know where you stand, and then we'll get into INEOS and all that type of stuff.
Where to start about United? It's like a chapter, isn't it? It's like it'll be longer than Power, but I'll make it short and fresh. Overall, about Ten Hag, I think he's a fraud. I think he needs to go for the betterment of my mental health and the club. He has to go because I've had enough. Also, if his agency is willing to pay me some money, then I'll change my views. But that's never going to happen. So yeah, he needs to go. I mean, I've never seen a guy that got 8th place and still managed to stay in a job. Like it's crazy to me. And part of me, the Ten Hag is that just kept giving me so much. Big up to Prime and that.
Yeah, make sure you guys go subscribe to Taj's channel too, people. Big up.
I was gonna say these Ten Hag that were chatting so much verbal to me last season because I wanted Ten Hag out. They deserved all the losses that happens with this manager. They deserve the embarrassments, in my opinion. So the longer he stays, a petty part of me is kind of enjoying that these men are getting vexed and stuff like that. You man wanted this, and is that what you wanted, innit? They wanted this, so I'm not gonna think they're innocent. They're just to blame as well. United as a whole, I think I've given INEOS a whole year to just see what I think about them. I'm not gonna give my full judgment on INEOS now because they've done stuff that I like, but keeping Ten Hag is like it's like how would you describe it? It's like good, bad. It's just 50-50 for me, innit? So I'm not gonna have a full reaction now because I just don't think it's fair in general. So I'll give it a whole year and see what happens. But there's one thing about, do you know what? People mock Chelsea's ownership, but for some reason I like how Chelsea are a bit like they know what they want in terms of decision rise, innit? If they don't like a manager, you're gone. Like within hours, you're gone, innit? With us, it's like, oh, 2 games at a time, 1 game at a time, 2 games. That's what I kind of like about Chelsea's ownership in a way. But with us, it's a completely different story. I think over what else can we talk? This league season has been horrendously dead. I don't know how I don't know how I'm surviving because at this point, I'm surprised I haven't got alopecia watching this season. What else? Last season, we scammed it against Coventry. So we can talk about more about it when we go to the video, but we'll just see, man. Because at this point, we'll see what happens, man. I'm just fuming and I'm finished.
Yeah, good question. Of course, from Prime, big up to Prime. He says, Taz, I think this is the first time a lot of us are hearing your views on United, Ten Hag, and INEOS. When did you turn Ten Hag out and why? Very good question. So, what game was it? Was it a game? Was it a performance? Was it, what was it?
I can't exactly remember what game it was, but it was more or less during I wasn't Ten Hag out when he excluded Sancho. I'll say that here. Like, I'm not going to be like lie to myself, but I kind of turned Ten Hag out maybe, let's say, a few weeks, maybe like 2 months after, where I was like, you just saw there was nothing happening. And then even with how can I explain it? I'm trying to remember it, but from word to word. Chelsea prop. But I can't lie, man. I can't be shameless about other teams unless they deserve it. The only team I will cuss that deserve to be cussed is Arsenal and Liverpool. Those are the 2 teams I'll royally destroy in it.
Love that.
But overall, I think I was Ten Hag out maybe like 2 months after Sancho because I just saw there was nothing progressing. We were getting embarrassed in Europe. We were literally like, and then I saw people talking about the centre back issue, and I'm like, we had games in Europe and we were starting Varane and Maguire. Even a football neutral knows someone that doesn't watch football knows who Varane and Maguire is. They're not like from third string centre backs, are they? Like, the excuse doesn't work. And then you talk about how Ten Hag's this amazing manager and all that. Then if you're an amazing manager, you know how to mitigate all these problems of injuries. Jurgen Klopp did it during lockdown. Like, Jurgen Klopp had no proper centre back in a lockdown season and still got 3rd place. We got 8th, and all these Ten Hag winners, you felt like every time they were like back in Ten Hag like it was their father or something with the way they were acting. It was unbelievable, making letters and all that. And I just saw the favoritism from Ten Hag a lot, starting the same players week in and week out. And then you bring on Forsen, bro, ahead of Amad Diallo. That was crazy to me. Like, I was vexed more to when that happened, you know. But
so it was basically around that time where team selections, obviously performances, and no progression, that kind of just led you to manager out.
Yeah, I was trying to see the positives about it. Like, I'm someone that looks at the negatives and the positives. If you can change your mind, that's cool. Because at the end of the day, I want to be wrong about a manager if I think it's terrible.
Yeah.
But I was looking at it, and I was just the only excuses I saw about Ten Hag was from fans saying just back your manager and back your team without any explanation on what the football style, the longevity. It was just back
like
your
pure
manager,
emotions.
back your club.
Yeah, pure emotions.
That was it.
And that was pretty much it. Yeah. Fair enough. If we go back to let's go back to the start of last season. So not this one, the start of last season. Obviously, signings that we had were Højlund. We ended up bringing in Amrabat on loan. Some of the signings that we made, were you for it? Mason Mount, of course, and that was being the big one where we gave him the number 7 shirt, signed him for around 45 million. He's on 250K a week. Because I'm gonna say after the first season, I was definitely sold a dream. Well, on this title of the video or in the thumbnail, I said INEOS sold us a dream, but initially Ten Hag sold us a dream because Ten Hag um, came to this club with this idea of one, setting up a style of play, having all that. Well, first getting the right players for certain positions. People need to realize that before Ten Hag came through the club, we had Ralph Ragnick, who had basically exposed everything. Talking about how United need an open heart surgery, all some of these players are just not good enough, you need to get like 10 players into the team, all that type of stuff. When Ten Hag came through, I felt like we were trying to get a manager who could do that and who could try to implement his style of play, because at that point that's all that we had seen from him. Like, none of us knew that it would turn out to be this way and he would show his incompetency the way he did, but a lot of us backed him, and I will sit there and I'll say I backed him too, because after that first season, I thought that first season was successful. In his first season, especially off the bat, that we hadn't won a trophy for 5 years, and there were moments where we were playing, you could say we were playing better football under Ollie, we were scoring more goals under Ollie, yet there were no trophies to account for it. Ten Hag came into his first season with some of those same players that Ollie had. He had some of his own signings, obviously the likes of Varane wasn't his, but Varane, second season for him, obviously more gelled into the team. Casemiro was his signing, of course, signed the likes of like Anthony, who at that time in that season, in his first game, made an instant impact. So stuff like that, Garnacho off the bench, we were cooking. We were playing well. Rashford was obviously having the season that he had. My big thing was that from then it's like you move on and you try to build from that, and you try to, once you've developed or set up like a style of play. And I thought that time our midfield was like really good. Bruno, even at that time, Bruno, Casemiro, and Ericsson was perfect. Like, I thought it was that midfield we used to take away to the Big Six grounds, like in when we were playing them that season. People also forget we beat every single Big Six team at home that season. City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs. We beat all of them at home that same season under Eric Ten Hag. So the fact that we went from that to this right now, and the type of situation that is at the club currently and also the last season, is unforgivable. And it's not more of a thing where you have to give this manager time and you have to give him, he has to figure things out. He already kind of figured things out in that first season. He just needed to build off of it, and that's not what he did. When he needed to upgrade on more midfielders to balance that midfield and get, a better Casemiro or a better Ericsson or a better Bruno, he ended up signing a Mason Mount, who's probably played a majority of 5 to 6 games for the club in the Premier League so far for us. So that's 45 million that you just spent down the drain. Like, no return on investment, nothing. Then you ended up signing Rasmus Højlund as a striker when we did obviously need strikers. And also, let's not forget, you did sign with Wout Weghorst on loan because, Dutch striker, this and that, he was available. I think you should have went on and gotten a striker then. I think you should have went on and tried to get like a Tony and the likes of Tony then. But we signed Erasmus Højlund. Obviously, he's a quite younger of age. He's around 21 to 22 years old. Doesn't really have a lot of experience. The type of player that he is too is like he has a lot to learn. Even yet, still, like after watching him last season, I feel like he's so limited as a player. But this is just what I'm talking about. Is when we were supposed to build on from that first season, and we didn't, and we went backwards, and that's why I feel like we had the season that we had. One, injuries should always be a caution. Like, you try to prepare your season based off of an injury. I have never understood, or I've never seen the fact that we're just going into season without left backs and right backs. Like, that is absolutely insane. You want to have, like in the NFL, just for an example, in the NFL, you have a 53-man squad list, and that includes several players in several positions, just in case of injuries as well. This guy in preseason, our only fit left back was technically Diogo Dalot, who's not even a left back. He's more of a right back. So it's like Harry Amas is not really going to get into the team. Luke Shaw is injured all the fucking time. It's like he's our version of Reece James, basically. And it's like, yeah, we have no available left backs. Malacia, obviously, he's now come back into training, but he's been gone for a year, and we're not making the right signings, and we're just not moving serious. That's really just what it is. So question comes back to you, Taz. INEOS this season, do you think we made signings? Obviously, INEOS have come through in the club now, taking over this season. Last season, a lot of United fans, especially the Ten Hagers, talked a lot about, give this guy structure, give this guy, the right people above him so that they can make some of the decisions for him so that he doesn't have to make the decisions himself. what is your basic stance on INEOS so far? Obviously, the biggest decision and the first decision that they made was keeping him after the FA Cup. Do you think they should have sacked him after the FA Cup, or you're okay with the fact that they kept him because you wanted to see if there was something still there? And yeah, rate the signings too, like that we've made this season so far. Obviously, Euro, Xerxes, Ugarte deal. Who else did we sign? Mazarawi, Delict. So obviously we've made some signings and we've spent a good amount of money this summer. So what would you say? Yeah, your thoughts on all of that?
So overall, I was annoyed that Ten Hag actually stayed because I wanted Hansi Flick because he was available.
Yeah,
But at the same time, I understood it and I was like, okay, cool. He's got his structure now. He's got the
yeah,
chance. Oh my! He's got the chance to like at least show people, cool. I've got a footballing structure, so there's no excuses for you anymore. There really isn't. That's
Mhm.
why I was like, okay, you know what? That's cool because now I can. If Ten Hag gets it wrong, the Ten Hag Guinness can stay in the mud completely. So I was like really petty about it because they really chatted a lot of crap to me like last season and a lot of crap on Twitter. So like part of me really wanted to see what would happen. So I was happy. I was right about him staying. I was in it. Then they got rid of the boards and all that
Yeah,
from the Glazer regime, and I was like, you know what? Okay, it's looking all right. They're making some signings, and I was expecting like what proper English signings like Mason Mount and all that. I was like, you know what? Then they sound like Yoro, Zertsky, Delict, Mazrari, and I was like,
yeah,
okay, these signings, they're good signings, they're good players and stuff. So Ten Hag, he just can't have an excuse. That's what I was so happy about. I was like, look, there shouldn't be any excuse for you to fail or something like that in it because you've got Delict, you know how he plays. Mazrari, you know how he plays. Zertsky, you clearly know if you wanted him.
yeah,
You got in Euro, which I think was a board decision, which I was like, you know what's surprising because the Glazers would have never done that. And then you look at some of the youth players the INEOS have brought in, like Chidom Obi Martin, for example.
yeah,
Like, cool, there's some good deals. You can see you're attracting youth players, you're getting players in. It's a bit quicker than the Glazer ones. John Murta, for example, Murta going to Barcelona
yeah.
just for ending up getting nothing. 16 out of 10 negotiations out here. But
That's so
it's
fun.
calm,
Today
man.
is
I was
actually
enjoying
16 out of 10. Yeah. Shout out to 16 out of 10.
Yes, I was
Today's actually
enjoying it,
16 out
man.
of 10. Yeah.
So I was enjoying it from INEOS in the summer.
So do you think obviously for me personally, in terms of the signings, I rated this window a 5 out of 10. And the reason why I say it's a 5 out of 10 is because I'm happy with the signings that we made, especially with the way that we negotiated those signings, with the price tag that we paid. One, we didn't get scammed for some of them, even though the Ugarte deal I can kind of lean towards, maybe I feel like we got a little bit scammed, but that's a whole different conversation. But yeah, like I think overall the signings were good. I'm not sitting here saying that I'm pissed that we got all these signings, and I'm happy they're at the club, and in a way they do definitely help us. But my issue and the reason why I gave a 5 out of 10 was because one, we let attackers go, and when we let attackers go, we didn't replace them. Not only did we just let an attacker go, we let one of our best attackers go, and we let one of our best attackers go for literally cheap, like 25 million obligation to buy loan. Sancho goes to Chelsea.
Oh
Look at him
yeah.
now, cooking, like absolutely cooking. He gets an assist like damn near every single game, and he plays an impact definitely into that front line. And I could argue that left wing is his spot now. Like he could take that spot for Chelsea. So it's just stuff like this. One, I think we needed attackers, and the fact that we only prioritized one when the likes of Tony was available on the final day, and he ended up going to Saudi, and none of us made a bid. And when I say none of us, I include like other clubs too. None of us made a bid, and we're letting attackers go. We took so long on the Ugarte deal. First, I heard that the Ugarte deal was going to be a loan. Then I found out that we just ended up paying the whole 50 million or 45 million, how much ever it was. And all of that stretched pretty much to the final day and almost up until the final day. So it's like, and yeah, another thing that Stephanie G mentions is, yes, these are like INEOS' structure, and they're all the ones who are doing all this stuff to make the signings. If you really think about it, De Ligt is a player who's played under Ten Hag at Ajax, obviously. Mazraoui is a player who's played under Ten Hag at Ajax, obviously. Xerxes Dutch, so they have that little Dutch connection. Ugarte, I'm not sure where this whole thing came from. It kind of sounds like the whole Casemiro deal, because I know he didn't want to go for Casemiro, but the moment he found out Casemiro and United found out he's available, we made that bid and we signed him. So and if it wasn't Casemiro, he was going for Frankie de Jong, who was another player that he played under Ajax under Erik ten Hag at Eredivisie. So I don't know. It feels like maybe, even though INEOS, we have this structure, these people who are supposed to do this type of work and go out and look for these type of deals, I feel like because of these signings that we've made, they're still asking him on the style that we have to play and whether these players are fit enough for that style. And not necessarily saying that that's a problem, but it's like it's pretty clear that we have no style. So why are we going and asking him what players he would want for his style when it's clear that we have no style? But that all goes back to the fact that they've decided to back him, and INEOS have decided to back him, and they're continuing to back him currently at this second because he's not sacked yet. And this was these last 2 weeks, the games against Porto and Aston Villa, I think it showed us enough for us to realize that there's nothing that can get better with the squad currently at this moment. There's nothing. We don't have enough. We didn't make the correct signings for us to bring off the bench to make an impact. Our current players are just not good enough. Rashford and Garnacho do not provide us anything on the wingers. They don't really help out Xerxes. Xerxes himself is not the perfect striker. He's not scoring goals, even though that's what I want from him. Like everything else he does is perfect. I love that. But if you're a striker and you're a number 9, you're supposed to score goals. I'm not going to sit here and gas you for other stuff that midfielders and number 10s and wingers should do. You should score goals. So that's that. Bruno is Bruno, our captain. Just got awarded a 300K contract in the summer for what? Having our worst ever season as a captain. He had our worst ever season as a captain in the Premier League and in the Champions League, and he was awarded a 300K contract by INEOS and Ten Hag. So, yeah, people are writing letters to like our board. Our fan base is writing letters to our board asking for this manager to stay. So this is the state of our club. And honestly, Taz, like, I know some fans are optimistic and there's some hope and all that type of stuff, bro. Honestly, this is just really it. There's nothing that really gets better. We can't sit here confidently, me and you, and say that we'll beat Brentford on Saturday. And look at that.
No.
That itself is like, and Brentford, mind you, they don't have an Ivan Toney, but they have an Mbembo. They have a Wisa who could cook, and they'll be up for that game. And we've already held 4 to Brentford already under Erik ten Hag. If you remember that second game of the season, we held 4 to Brentford away from home. So, yeah, man, I don't know if there's really much that I should say about INEOS, about Ten Hag at this moment. It's just things need to change. And what will they change? If they do change, I don't know. That's really it. I really don't know. But yeah, your thoughts on INEOS and this whole Ten Hag is still here at the club. Do you have like certain doubts on them, or are you still giving them that 1 year to kind of see what they do? Because I've said this before too. I feel like this isn't like, if INEOS are meant to do the work that they are meant to do and the things that they said that they are going to do, it's definitely not going to be a 1 year process. But it's like, in that 1 year that you have, and especially when you've just come into the club, I feel like you had a big statement to make. And that big statement to make would have been sacking that manager, even after winning an FA Cup. That's a big, big statement to make, because that's you basically saying that we've just come off of our worst year. Yes, we've won the FA Cup, which we should be winning anyways, because it's minimum for a club like this to be winning domestic trophies like that. So it's nothing crazy. It's nothing for you to award a new contract to a new manager at Manchester United Football Club. And that's what they've done. So it's like, where do you stand on that? Obviously, he's still here. We've just, our Prime said that it was amicable, but we've just got rid of Ten Hag. Not Ten Hag, sorry. Sir Alex Ferguson as our brand ambassador of the club. They're saying they don't want him to be at games anymore, and stuff like that, and they're not going to pay him anymore. Which, to me personally, like, my thoughts real quick, I don't really mind, because for me the most important thing is obviously the fact of what happens on the pitch currently, because I feel like that's the bigger problem. If they do all these things, whatever, it's cool. Like, I don't. Some people are seeing it as a way of disrespect to Sir Alex Ferguson. I don't see it as a way of disrespect. I think it's disrespect the way that we play, and the fact that he has to watch us play that certain way every single time. I think that's a big disrespect to Sir Alex Ferguson, because he sees the team that he left behind turn into what the club has turned into today. And if I were him, I'd be sick of it, like absolutely sick of it. And there's some certain things that you can say about Sir Alex Ferguson too, that he's been part of the board when it comes to certain decisions. Hiring David Moyes was technically him. He's the one who put in the word. Sacking, other managers, Mourinho, the likes of Louis van Gaal, he's been part of that, and he's been part of those decisions. And I think INEOS are kind of moving away from that. I think INEOS are this might be a sign of them trying to have more control, where they are the ones who make those decisions. But again, if you're trying to get more control, make those decisions, then do it. make those decisions. But yeah, my bad. I was just going off. Go on, Taz.
It's all
The
good,
floor is
bro.
yours, man.
You gotta let it all out, innit?
Not facts,
What's it
bro.
called?
Facts.
With INEOS, I'll give him the whole year. The Salix thing, I'm actually chilled about it. The only
Yeah.
reason people actually have a problem with it is because Ten Hag's still as the manager. If Ten Hag wasn't a manager, no one would care. I mean, Sir Alex Ferguson, I think it's time for him to go in general. Let the guy relax in it. Like making him watch this John Cena style of football, it's just elderly abuse at this point. Like I wouldn't even. Why would you let an elderly man watch this nonsense? Poor guy, man. Let him stay at home. Let him enjoy retirement or something, innit?
Yeah.
What's the point? And 2 million, cool. That's funds, isn't it? I couldn't care.
Yeah.
But like, I like Sir Alex Ferguson. Don't mind him, but
of course,
he has to go. And I think people are just taking it way too serious than it is. It really isn't that deep. Like it's not like you're kicking out someone and he's becoming homeless.
Yeah, it's not like we're banishing him from the club. Like, oh, Sir Alex, you can't watch any game anymore. Like, no, it's like he's still a legend of the club, and I don't really see this as any way of disrespect. Seriously, I really, really don't. Like, I don't think, like I said, I think it's disrespect the way that we play and the fact that he has to watch us. And let's keep it a buck. The guy's old, man. Like, let him rest. Let him rest.
Yeah.
Like, let him rest the rest of his life. Let him rest the rest of his I wouldn't say career because obviously he's retired, but like the rest of his life, let him be with his family. Let him enjoy his time. Like. He shouldn't have to sit here every single week and watch this. Yeah, he doesn't deserve this at all, man. Like and none of this is really like all of this isn't on him in a certain extent too. Like the guy obviously is a big part of why our club is successful to this day. And if anything, like I don't think the club will disrespect him in any way, shape, or form. The guy has a statue outside the club. Like these are things that we're talking about. So it's like it's more of a thing where I don't see it as disrespect. It's people are worried about the wrong things and people are focusing on the wrong things. Like we're really worried about the wrong things. The thing that we should 100% be worrying about right now is our managerial problem and the way that we play, because none of all these other decisions don't impact that in any way. And, we're hearing talks about a new stadium and stuff like that. And INEOS are so quick to drop news about a new stadium. Like I heard about a new stadium being built, and I think a month or two later, I already found out how it's going to look. Like they've already made a picture of like a drawing of how that shit's going to look. And but when it comes to this managerial stuff, don't even get like a word on whether you're keeping him, whether you're sacking him, whether a meeting even took place. A 10-hour meeting took place, and what were you discussing? I saw some shit on Twitter. For real, I saw on Twitter, it was so funny. They were like, they had a 10-hour meeting to eventually sack Sir Alex. Like, like, was the meeting to sack Sir Alex? That's my genuine question to them. Real quick, though, big up to Sarcasm City TV. Big up to Flawless for the raid every single time. Thank you so much, Flawless, for raiding to our channel real quick. Obviously, everyone who's come through, make sure you guys do subscribe to Taz21's channel. The link is in the description. Also, subscribe to Shik TV. Make sure you guys also run up a like on the video, too. Would really, really appreciate that. Come join us while we just talk about INEOS, man. And this is really just therapy sessions for me and Taz. So, but yeah, go on, Taz. Go on.
Nah, low-key, I think INEOS want him gone. So, more time. I think it's based on funds, isn't it? Because this guy's got like a 17 million, sack fee, whatever you call it. So let's just see what happens. Like, I think what INEOS will probably do is give Ruda interim, right? Yeah. And then wait till summer 2025 for like an Amarim or something like that. And that's the plan. I don't mind. That is cool.
That's cool.
Ruda's an interim.
Yeah.
And get a new manager in, and I'm cool with that because I didn't expect to win a league or nothing this year, even though it should be the case. But my only hope is when Ten Hag leaves, I hope all these Ten Hag inners, Ten Hag FC, just go to the next club. Like we've got Pogba FC and all that going to Juve, Sancho FC going to Chelsea. Ten Hag FC, just go back to Netherlands, innit? Go to watch FC 20 and Utrecht and them, man, innit? Like we don't need you at the club, innit? Like
FC 20, we could have beat an FC 20.
Bro, we lost we drew out to a team that's named after an EA game. It's crazy to me, man.
It's crazy.
I would have got cooked. I would have got cooked for that crap.
And that's like his boyhood club and all that type of shit. I'm fully convinced he wanted to give them their best result ever against United. Like, fuck it. Like, man, that's crazy. Like, it's
Bruh, it's
absolutely
crazy.
insane. But
Do you know what?
it stems back to mentality again. Right after that game, you have Ericsson coming out and talking about how the FC20 players wanted more than us, and he's publicly saying that. And it's like, these are the type of things that I'm talking about. Is the mentality is just completely down the drain. And I know these players are not for it. They're not playing for it. Even the ones that he thinks have their back, has his back, or don't have his back. The likes of like Rashford. I see after that. What game was it? The game where he got subbed off, there was like
Oh,
something that he
Villa.
said.
It was
Yeah,
Villa.
Villa. Yeah. Villa
Villa.
game. There was something that he said. Like, I
He's
don't
gone
exactly
mad.
remember. Yeah, he's
He's
gone
gone
mad or
mad or
something
something like
like
that.
that. Yeah, so it's like even his quote unquote guys are the ones who are basically not even vouching for him anymore. And it's like we can sit here and we can see all this, and I don't have to go to a stadium, go to Old Trafford every single week to see this. And it's like I can sit
Oh,
all the way here from
that's the
California to see this. And
it's the counter argument, man. It's like when you tell Ten Hag out, you get all these fans like, "Oh my God, have you ever been to Old Trafford? Are you a fake fan?" It's not about the
yeah,
football. They turn so it's so funny. I love triggering them. Yeah. So what I had was
yeah,
I had a whole comment section just coming at me for saying Ten Hag out. Yeah. And I screenshot every single comment and just went through all of them. I went back to the Revy video like what a week ago. I went and what happened now in it. Because I'm petty, bro. If you're trying to smoke me, I don't care. Like, I
nah, I hear
will
you.
cook
I
you.
hear you,
I
bro.
will cook you.
These
And
men act
then,
like these guys who talk about the people who don't go to like matches and stuff like that and don't do all that type of shit. These men act like when you go to Old Trafford, they give you a pair of like 3D glasses where you see the game
fam,
completely different.
half
Like it's not
half
any
the
different.
fans,
It's
no,
not
half
any
the fans that
different,
are
man.
Ten Hag in, half the
Yeah,
fans that go Ten Hag in, I go to your stadium are either drunk or on something, bro. Because I'm not
yeah.
gonna lie, the way these man
But
talk about it's like just
another
like
thing I
they
will say,
freaking
right,
mumble.
is like another thing I will say is one, this is not me saying that I don't respect match going fans. I 100% respect match going fans. And there's a side of match going fans that will back him. And the reason why I say that is because those match going fans, and this is not a bad thing for them, they are emotional. There are someone who obviously, put a lot into, and it trickles down to a lot of things. It trickles down to the fact that they probably have a working job and they earn a good amount of money and they keep a lot of that money aside for United. So it's like they invest a lot into United and it's a big part of their life. And I get that. It's like if maybe was living there, it would be a whole different situation too, because I'm a big fan of the club as well. So I get that. And it's like match going fans are 100% emotional. So it's like sometimes you don't hear the boos and stuff like that. But even then, now, like in certain games, in home games, we hear that. Like if you've ever really noticed a United game, the first 10 to 15 to 20 minutes, our fans are loud. We're chanting. We're up for it. And we start off games well too. And something that you'll notice is that the energy is there
Yeah,
from the start, but let it be one mistake where it leads to a goal or it leads to a chance and then we just completely fall apart. And then now these fans who are the ones who normally still sing and chant his name are also starting to boo now. You'll hear halftime boos if we're losing or if we're still 0-0 and we just had a shit half. You'll hear boos and stuff like that. So it's like majority of fans, I feel like we're at this point now where a lot of people are turning. And like I've seen the worst of worst Ten Hag inners turn, and it's like they're
yeah.
fed up and it's enough. And I'm like, cool, like I'm happy that you eventually got there, but this is what we've been saying this whole time. And what we're pissed about is that when we were saying this whole time, you men were cussing us out, and here you guys are in the same situation and agreeing with us. So it's like, yeah, it's things need to change. Um, what are your expectations on the rest of the season? What would you say? What do we do for the rest of
Oh
the
man,
season? Where do we go from
is
here?
this
Yeah,
is this on the basis of if Ten Hag gets sacked
big up
or
jaw.
nah, or if he stays?
How about let's discuss both. So let's say
All right,
Ten Hag has
cool.
until January. So up until January we still have a couple of games. We probably play the likes of Arsenal. We play Chelsea, of course, in between. We play City probably. So some big games that we have there, and obviously
Uh,
Europe too. So yeah, let's say he stays till January, and then the other scenario is let's say he gets sacked after our next game, and we get
if
Rudin.
he's
So
if he
where do we go from here?
stays,
Yeah,
if he stays, then it's better to laugh than cry because I'll lose motivation, bro. I'll literally hit the gym. I'll have more time hitting the gym playing Saturday League football than watching United if Ten Hag
yeah,
stays. So my expectation is just to survive in it, more time, just getting that top four race in it because I don't have any surprise. But if Ten Hag does get sacked and Ruud comes in, challenge for top 4, potentially salvage a Europa League win or something like that.
Yeah.
But before I say anything,
Big
big up Flawless, yeah. But don't
appreciate the raid, Flawless. Big up.
But before I say anything, if might sound extremely criminal what I'm gonna say is, but
go on.
I don't. If United lose a game, part of me is I'm not incriminating myself here, but if United lose, let's just say I'm not gonna be super angry. Let's just say I'll count the days down till I'm free in it. Let's just say like that.
Before, I get what you mean.
I'm not,
yeah.
I'm not incriminating myself saying I hope my team loses because I'm not going to get clipped up for that.
Hey, like we've heard before, I've come to a stage with this team where if you expect disappointment, you won't get disappointed. So it's like,
oh yeah,
why would I feel disappointed when I know that we're not going to do anything in a game?
I describe Ten Hag's time at United as a catfish in it. You're expecting to meet up with a 10 out of 10 you've met. And then when it comes past the night, it's just conference league football.
You were expected to meet with a 16 out of 10, and you ended up meeting like a 3 out of 10. You know,
literally, man. It's false dreams.
It's one of those type of things where like it's really one of those type of things where like you meet a girl, right? You meet a girl, and like let's say you're in that honeymoon phase because in the first like couple of months you're in a honeymoon phase. You know, everything is all good. It's all corny as shit. Like you're doing shit for each other. You're going out on these like dates and shit and all that. Like it's all like you're all it's hella energy and hella passion and all that type of stuff in the first few months. Then it's like you start finding out more about this girl and how she really is and certain situations you see where you like tested and stuff like that. And then it just, like you see red flags and then you start realizing that this girl's just not the one. But what we're doing is we've realized that this girl is not the one, but we're continuing to date. We're just saying I see potential in her. I think maybe a year later, I think she can turn it around, like something like that. So it's like, that's basically what we're saying. I know you guys have been saying play the 16 out of 10 clip. I'm not even gonna lie, I don't even have the clip. I don't even have it. But
that clip never gets old, does it?
I would have played it today though, because today is literally 16 out of 10. But I would have played it today, but I'm unlucky, man. I don't have it. But you realize she's insane and manipulative. That's what I'm saying. You really realize it later. And trust me, man, like we've all been in this type of situation before. Like a girl is like, you meet a Leng girl, right? Yeah, and she's great for the first couple of months. I'm telling you, I've been in this situation myself, and then you really find out later. And like it be the Latinas, man. I'm telling you, they're crazy. Like they especially the ones out here in California, they're crazy, man. So yeah, Shik, I'll send you a 16 out of 10 remix. Yeah, send it over. I'll play.
You know what? The date is it's the 16th of the 10, man. If you want to use a pickup line,
I know.
Use today's date.
You know what I should have done? Right. I should have wore my 16 out of 10 shirt. Yeah. I'm getting a phone call. One second. Just hold it down. Yeah, just hold it down.
Yeah, man. People, what is everyone saying anyways, man? 16 out of 10 day. Anyone? I'm assuming a lot of you, man, are not United fans. She got done by the Sacramento teams. Even the things you originally loved about at the beginning started piss. I think everyone, it's one of those ones. Winter's coming, bro. Real talk, bro. Winter arc for me. Prime, allow the clipping about me saying that, man. That's defamation of character right here, bro. Look, I'm looking at if it looks like I'm looking away from you, man, I'm not. My monitor's here where I'm staring at, but my webcam's here. Just ignore the setup in it. Plus, I'm reading the comments. I was in California last winter. And
nice. Where? Where in California?
So like LA, more like LA. where would like what was that place called? It's around California. It was like forgot the name. It was like a family, like for a family thing. I went to like the observatory and all that in it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I know.
So it was all good. It was good.
Yeah. That's good.
It was calm, man.
Prime says even the things you originally loved about her begins to piss you off. That's what I'm saying. Bro, it comes to a point, and I know you, Mandem, know this. It comes to a point where certain things will piss you off so much. It could be the smallest of just the sound of her chewing. That shit will piss you off. It's just stuff like that. And I've come to this point literally at this moment where like even the sound of Ten Hag chewing pisses me off. Even the sound of him just like, even the sight of him trying to write something on his notebook just pisses me off because like, what the fuck are you writing? Like, what are you writing, man? And yeah, it's It's crazy. Oh, Prime looks like Prime has clipped you, Taz. So,
I know, he told me, bro. He told me.
definition of character, you've been clipped in 16 out of 10. Sheik saying icebox when he got done. That's absolute fraudness. That's crazy. But it's like, yeah, bro.
Icebox.
It's certain things like that. Like, man sold us a dream. Just like how gal be selling us a dream. You really you meet a girl and you really just think she's the one. Like one or 2 months in, because everything's just great. And then after that, fuck. Oh man, his waffle hurts you. I bet you. Oh yeah, his waffle absolutely hurts me. Like that press conference where we asked him, this was after Liverpool, where the journalist asked him, talking about how, oh, like, do you not think that this has something to do with a little bit of the coaching instead of like the players? And he's like, this guy doesn't know what to do, like doesn't know what to say. He has no response because he knows he got a tough question, and he's talking about how, oh, like, oh, what do you mean? Like, oh, where do you mean that exactly? And then he's like,
oh, I saw that he got cooked.
Yeah, and then the guy, so the guy, like, yeah, he got absolutely cooked. Like, then the guy broke it down for him. He's like, the fact that you keep losing the ball in the midfield, the fact that our biggest rivals can come and just score, like, get hella chances and just score goals against us, the fact that we just conceded like 2 goals off of 2 mistakes and stuff like that. And then this guy just goes to, oh, well, I've won 2 trophies, so
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, what bad football because I've won 2 trophies, like, and shit like that. So, and then he wanted to further go on and elaborate that other than Pep or Pep in the last like 2 or 3 years, he's won the most trophies. So it's like that just screams insecurity.
I don't know what it says for other managers though. Arteta, yeah, probably the better manager. But if he leaves Arsenal, yeah, with having less trophies than Ten Hag,
for real, man. Like, Arrow's lost in transition. When you
You know
try and
what you should
sabotage a
do?
relationship, but she still won't leave. I know. She was like, yeah,
mentally
gaslighting
checked
you
out.
constantly gaslighting you. Oh, I will change. Oh, trust me, like, I have a plan. Oh, trust me, like, I will be better and this and that and all that type of stuff. But no, she's constantly liking other mandems pictures on Instagram. Like, it's just she's constantly doing shit like that. So it's like, shit needs to change. Yeah,
I'm the worst when it comes to that, because I'm like, do you know when it comes to messages? Yeah, I don't do it intentionally. In it, it takes me like business days to reply to some people, because sometimes I'll look at a message and be like, you know what, I'm doing something. I'll reply later in it. Then when it comes back to later, I find it, I just get distracted very easily in it, and I'm just like, cool. I look at the message, I'm like, holy crap. I remember there was one time I left someone on red for like a good few months in it, and I was like,
nah,
it's crazy.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, oh man, this peak. And then, you know, Ten Hag inners in this situation are basically like some of your brethrens, where your brethrens are telling you, yo, just give her a chance. Like, it's what? It's not that bad. Like, you know, like it's things will be okay. Like, no evidence to suggest that things will be okay or anything like that.
You should do a bingo.
They're just like, yo, just give her another chance. And you're just like, yo, how do I'm just trying to focus to other things, and I'm just trying to move on. And I can't move on until she's still here. Like, it's shit like that. But that's really what it is. If that makes sense to you guys, that's really just what this whole situation is, man. That's
really just from INEOS to talking about life choice.
Yeah, yes, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's just what it is. Anyways, Joel did send us the clip, so we will play it.
What is this?
Let's see. Here we go.
Is this the 16 out of 10 clip?
Yeah, it is a 16 out of 10 clip.
It's not a bad pickup line. It's just the wrong person executing it.
No, facts. No, seriously.
Flowers are looking 16 out of 10s today, both of them.
Happy 16 out of 10 days,
everyone.
Make sure you guys go and tell a gal in your life that you look 16 out of 10 today.
Step back one-legged.
Oh, I've not seen this one, you know.
Have you ever shot that shot? Do you work on that shot? When?
I big up the panel. I told as for.
No, that's hilarious, dude. Work on that shot is crazy. That's hilarious.
I feel bad for him.
Did you make that, Joel? Did you make that, Joel? Just curious if you were actually the one who made that. Because if you did, that's fire. Yeah, that's new. That's what I'm saying. I've not seen that one. That's new, bro.
Oh,
I don't even know if Flawless has seen that one. Yo, Flawless, if you're still in the chat, I don't know if you've seen that one, bro. That's crazy.
I used to feel bad for him so much.
Yeah. When you want to focus on the patterns of play, but she won't let you. Yeah, just coming up with dumb shit, asking you dumb fucking questions, you know, all the fucking time. Like, yeah, man, it is what it is. He said, I made that. That's fire, Joel. You need to send that over to Flawless because he needs to play that shit. Yeah.
Or
post that today. Post that today on your Twitter and be like, yo, happy 16 out of 10 day. So, yeah, big up. But yeah, man. what else can we really say? I mean, Taz said it himself. If we just have to see what happens. We just have to see whether he stays at the club. We have to see whether Ruud comes in to the team. One thing I wouldn't want to see is us give Ruud the job next year. Let's say Ruud. Let's say Ruud up until the end of the season somehow, even though I don't think this is gonna happen, somehow manages a Carabao Cup or an FA Cup or something like that. I don't think we should give him the job, and I just feel like we're going back into that same
no more
trajectory of,
legend,
like
please.
Ollie. Yes, we're going back into that
No more legends.
same thing of
No
like
more
Ollie
legends.
and emotions, and Ollie knows the United way. Can someone explain to me what the United way is? Because I still till this day don't know what the United way is. When I was a kid and when man used to talk about United way back in the day, like 08, 09, when we were winning league titles after league titles, for me, the United way was just winning trophies and scoring goals and winning matches.
Yeah.
That's all I knew the United way as. And it's like, yeah, it is what it is. No longer watching United games equal to when you have to take up extra shifts at work. So you have to.
That is a wild statement.
That is exactly what it is. Prime gets it. Prime knows, man. Prime knows. Don't let Ruud take the job. It's going to ruin his reputation and legacy 100%. Yeah, go on, Taz. Yeah.
Yeah, no more legends. For the love of God, no more legends at the club. I don't care what you've done for United. I can't have any legends becoming a manager because watch what happens. Oh, he did this for this, he did that. We can't say him out because he won us a UCL back in like 10 years ago. Like, no, fam. No more legends becoming a manager. Give me a manager of a player that could not give a shit in terms of sentimental for the club. Like, I don't care. You can give me someone that played for Liverpool. Let them be the manager if it means winning stuff in it, for all I care about.
Yeah. He said, "Am I surprised?"
Well.
Yeah. Go on. That caught me off guard. Go on. Yeah, United way is winning at all costs. Exactly. This is crazy. A Chelsea fan knows what the United way is. So
I don't get it, bro. We're turning into Chelsea, bro, with their fan base. It's like, we gotta keep him because he's proper United. Like, this is the equivalent of proper Chelsea. Like, I used to laugh at Chelsea fans for saying all these like proper Chelsea BS and all that. Now we've got it at our club. It's like, what the hell am I supposed to do now? Like, we're gonna turn into prime AFTV at this point. I mean, oh god, all we need is our troops, DT, and that, and we're basically Arsenal in 2017. As long as if stuff changes and we live differently, that's cool and all. I don't mind that. Yeah, but no, we're not bringing Cantona. I don't care. No Cantona, no Wayne Rooney, no Ren.
What are your thoughts
Maybe
about
Ronaldo.
Your thoughts about Cantona's comments, obviously on Instagram, where he found out that they ended up getting rid of Sir Alex, and then he was like, they're all bags, they're all bag full of shit or something like that. That's what he said.
Look,
referring to INEOS talking about they're like bag full of shit. Yeah.
I'm not surprised, bro, because this is the same manager that backed him when he drop kicked a Palace fan. I mean, if he didn't say anything, then I'd be like, yo, you're not gonna back your man, innit? But it's calm, innit? I don't mind. To answer Prime's question, first of all, I can't be a top red because of my accent. She can't be a top red because he's in LA.
I'm not even in. I don't go to matches. Like I said, I'm not a top red. I don't fit the model of a top red, unfortunately.
Yeah, we don't fit the criteria, unfortunately, man.
For top reds, yeah.
I mean, I'm happy I'm not a top red. I mean, respectfully, like, I don't want to be a top gooner, a proper Chelsea, top red. Like, I don't want to fit that narrative because that narrative just doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Because you can just get played. You're like that guy that gets played way too many times, isn't it? It's like, if she dumps you, I'll wait for you in the corner, like Adam 22 or something. It's just not good enough, bro. It's not good enough.
Yeah, we don't fit the specification 100%. We don't have the enough qualifications to
don't have the
that role. We just don't have the facilities for that, man. We just don't. We really just don't have the facilities for that. Top Gooner is insane. Yeah, not for real.
Top Gooners are funny though.
From seagulls to bags of shit. Literally, yeah, man. Literally, but she's changed. Oh, you don't see what I see. What do you see? Like, you don't see what I see, you know? Like, oh, dude, I'm sick and tired of just these excuses.
To fit the narrative as well. Yeah. People that want to turn our gut and wanted to bring Ollie in are even more stupid as well. Because I'm sorry, that's an X for a reason, bro. You don't leave a thing to go to a new one, to leave that new one to go back to your ex, bro. That's just too many consequences. There are too many consequences in that situation. Like the polarity will not work out.
It just
Ah.
won't. It just won't. Like it really is. Like you just don't go back to your ex again and again. Like you just don't. There's a reason why you left her in the first place. Like
Paul Pogba did it. Didn't
yeah,
work out.
yeah, it didn't work out. That's him for thinking that we would take him back when we didn't. We failed him as a club. That's what we did.
Oh,
But
definitely.
yeah, it's just man. Man says this is a 16 out of 10 conversation. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, for real. But it's just real talk. It's just real talk, man. It's like I don't get it. Enough of the excuses, because like these excuses just don't. I'm just tired of them, bro. Like we give this guy so much energy. We some of our fan base seriously give this guy more energy than I've seen Sir Alex ever get energy. Like it's crazy, bro. Like we sit like these men sit here and reward us like performing less than mediocrity. It's not even mediocrity. It's worse than mediocrity. And these men sit here and give these chants. Like you know what? I hear that because Arteta has somehow made Arsenal fans believe that he's okay as a manager and he should be there and the standards are there, even though he's won fuck all. Like in the 5 years that he's been, he's won one FA Cup, which really wasn't his team. It was Unai Emery's, if we keep it a buck. And also, while he's become this title challenging Arsenal, he hasn't won anything. So it's like, yeah, and our fan base is leeching off of that type of energy and that behavior. But yeah,
bruh, it's crazy, man. We were winning leagues at 2013. How has the standards dropped in 10 years? You're telling me in 10 years, yeah? You've got fans that have seen it all. The Champions League wins, the Prems. They've turned into like, sick, we deal with 8th place and all that. That's amazing. Like, come on. Real talk, come on. Like, you're just asking to be played out like 24/7. Literally, you're just asking to get played. I'm scared now for the next manager, because if this manager is even crap, or has like a little like bad patch in his first year, you're gonna get all these Ten Hag in and say, "Oh, but you didn't get Ten Hag time. You didn't do this. You were Ten Hag out from the start." Like, I can't be asked. And I think that's every top 6 club now. I mean, Man City probably not. I mean, these men that are expecting City to get relegated, there's no point, bro. You're wasting your time with that nonsense. Liverpool, I've got some of that fan base in a way where they're just a bit toxic positive. Chelsea have it. Arsenal are the goats of having toxic positive fans. We have it. I mean, who's the other top 6? Spurs. Do we count Spurs as a top 6 when they haven't won crap in my livelihood, really? Like, I think Leicester are more qualified to be a top 6 club than Tottenham. So yeah, Tottenham fans definitely have it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not surprised, bro. I think it's just been infested. God, that sounds like such a League Gunner statement. But yeah, it's been infested, isn't it? Such a League Gunner thing to say.
Man. Nah, I hear you, man. It's like, I don't know. We're just kind of in this limbo. We're really in this limbo. I seen that, AK. Big up, bro. I'll follow you back. We seen this. We're just kind of in this like limbo. It's more of just like we're stuck. Like we don't know whether it could potentially get even more worse than this or whether it even gets better. It's kind of like we're stranded on an island, not knowing whether someone will come and save us. It's really just that. Like we're stranded on an island. Writing SOS in the sand for helicopters and shit to see, but it's like we don't know if someone's gonna come out and send a boat to help us. Like if there's any hope out there at all. Like that's really it. That's just how I feel, bro. It's like I have no confidence going. We could play Manja's team Coventry City, and I'm not confident about it. Like I'm not.
Brother, we scammed it. We scammed it. Coventry City.
If it wasn't for an offside goal, we would probably not win the FA Cup. If it wasn't for
I don't know how no one gave enough energy for that game, right? I have no idea how no one gave any thought of criticism, because I'm looking at the screen like, what the hell happened, bro? We were winning 3-0 and we got bopped like potentially 4-3.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy to me. And do you know what the mad part is? I lived at uni, we're in a flat with all Liverpool fans, right? And this was during Ollie times, innit? And we got smashed like, 5-0?
Yeah.
My whole flat, all I could hear was Ollie's at the real, my door getting knocked, screaming, "You'll never walk alone," champions of Europe and all that. I was getting cooked, bro. I don't deserve this. So if United ever come back here, there are way too many people I'm going to be slandering. Like, I wish United's been successful during social media, because I would have been so ruthless. I would have taken. Everyone would have hated me. But now everyone probably feels sorry for me at this point. Like I'm getting cooked, and it's not fair, man. It's so unfair. Like,
yeah, it is. It is what it is, man. Let's see what AK is sending me real quick. Let me see this. Can I play this? Hopefully, it's not copyright.
wait, are you a USA football fan or nah?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say because I was gonna cook you having Parch.
No. I've never been a fan of USA, to be fair. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't. You know what it is? I actually genuinely don't have like an international team that I like support like that. I just watch like the World Cup just for the vibes of it, and I'm a big fan. Like I think the World Cup is the best football that we get to see. But it's just like, yeah, I don't have any emotions or allegiances to any country like that. Not for any like personal or political or any type of reason. I just don't I don't. But I support whatever team. If I feel like a team is gonna do well, I just support them. This past Euros, I was a fan of Germany, like because I'm a fan of Nagelsmann, and I want Nagelsmann at United actually. So I'm a fan of Nagelsmann, so I wanted to see his ball, and I was a fan of Germany, and I was supporting them until they got knocked out, of course. But they got knocked out by Spain, so I'm okay with that because Spain ended up winning it. So it's like I
was in Spain during the final, you know. I was in Spain during the final, yeah.
Nice.
Went out to Spain, watched the final, yeah. England got cooked, yeah, and I was earning England top out in the streets, innit? And it was so funny.
Hey, I don't support Colombia. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I don't know what you're talking about. This, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
I say support for the things, bro.
I don't know. But I just support the teams of my favorite players. I hear that. That's fair enough. Yeah. You like you'd want to see like your club players doing well and stuff like that. AK, I would play your video. It's the only thing is I just think it's copyright. That's why I'm not gonna play it. But the video is funny. It's basically just it's a compilation of Ten Hag saying we didn't stick to the plan. Like,
oh, for God's sake!
Yeah, just after like every game, it's just him talking about we didn't stick to the plan.
Does anyone watch his interviews? I don't watch him anymore.
No, I don't hear him, and I don't listen to him anymore. Yeah, like I don't do none of that shit anymore, bro. Because this guy just waffles. It's nothing else. Like his other job is him working at IHOP or something. Because all he does is waffle. Like literally, that's literally it. It's I'd
watch an Ange Postecoglou interview over Ten Hag because at least there's some form.
I watch a Poch interview than Ten Hag. I'd watch a Poch interview over Ten Hag, man. It's come to that point. Like this guy's a full-time manager, but a part-time like pancake flipper, or a waffle flipper. Like all he does is just waffle, man. I'm sick and tired of that. And these are the people that we have appointed of our great club, you know, our such prestigious club, and we have men like him who are at the helm. So,
what is Madge saying?
Hoi line. Oh, he's talking about the high. Hoi line, mate. Hoi line.
Oh,
and just Hoi line. Yeah. We didn't stick to the plan. Big man, what's the plan? Exactly, what's the plan? Talking about the bigger picture. What is the bigger picture? Again, it's just bringing me back to like the gal talk, man. It's just like this is the stuff that you hear from her too. And it is what it is. But now you don't want to listen to Poch interviews. All he does is speak in riddles. You know what? You're right, actually. You are right. And he'll talk about how he wants to play for the point and shit like that. And yeah, I get it. United ruined my childhood. Brother is a United fan. Seeing United in the state they're in makes me sour. I hear you because, we ruined childhoods back in the day. I totally get it. I know everyone's happy with this right now because, we ruined childhoods back in the day, man.
But it was more Liverpool, they talk so much, but they've only won that one league title.
The question back in the day was always who can challenge United. That's really what it was. Like now it's like who can challenge City. Now it's like who can challenge United. But I miss the time when us and Chelsea had that little rivalry from like the 2007s to the 2010-11s. When it would be like us. It would be really us two competing for the league. Yeah. There was a year where like we'd win it, and then the next year you'd win it, and then we'd win it again, and then like you'd win it and stuff like that. Like in 2009 we won it, and then in 2010 when Don Carlo took over, you guys won it. And then we won it the year after that. And it was I miss those days. It was when we used to be kings, man. But it is what it is. Big up to Stephanie G. She says, great show, everyone. Got to bouncing more bleach for Saturday. We need a lot of bleach. Need a lot of bleach.
Man,
we have this like
just get a hobby.
We have this like inside joke where we don't like drink like alcohol, we drink bleach every single time we watch United play.
It's got to that point.
It's gone to that point. We started it last season, to be fair. We started it last season and we're still going on. So it's like we had to get lifetime supply of bleach in the past like couple of months. So it is what it is.
Bro, you just I don't know what you need to do, but just get a hobby in it at this point.
Posh was speaking
getting
about
old.
Coldplay and Magic Cream after we were dropping
fuck?
points to Sheffield and Burnley. That's crazy. I hated Vidic, legend. Nemanja, whoa,
Oh.
Nemanja, whoa. He comes from Serbia. He'll fucking murder ya. That was fire chant. I love Nemanja Vidic, man. Payback for the 25 years of torture they've given me. I hear you, man. I hated Rooney. Rooney loved a goal against Manchester City. He would score against Man City every fucking time. It don't matter if we're getting
what a
packed
baller.
4-1. It don't matter if we're winning 2-1. Bicycle kick away at the Etihad. Don't matter. Rooney gets you a goal against Manchester City.
And now we got
all
Rashford
the
as our
fucking
number
time.
10.
Yeah. Now we have Rashford. Marcus freaking Rashford, man. But
Life.
cool. Final few. I guess the thing that we'll do for this video is we'll do our little predictions on Brentford. We'll start off with one. We have a couple of injuries, I think. Who's this one player that I heard just got injured recently?
Ugarte?
Yeah, well, I actually maybe it was someone else, but anyways, yeah, thoughts on Brentford, predictions, lineup. What lineup would you want to go with? Yeah, just hey, best of your capabilities, bro. Because I know it's tough with this team, but just best of your capabilities, man. Even Stevie Wonder can't bear to watch Ten Hag for real. Even Stevie Wonder can't, man. Real talk.
Talking about United, it's like trying not to get cancelled because the amount of statements I could say right now. But if I had my main line, I'll start with my main lineup to just forget about it. But I'll start with Onana in goal. I'd put in De Ligt and Martinez. There's no other choice. Dallo as a right back. I don't think Mazraoui is going to play, so maybe put Harry and Mass in. Maybe
that's who it was. I think it was Mazraoui because he had like palpitations and stuff like that. So I don't know if he's completely fit.
But apparently, he wants to put Johnny Evans. He wants to put Evans at left back.
At left back.
But guys going to be looking like Don Robbie running up a hill against Mbemo. That's how peak it's going to be if he actually plays in there. Have you seen that meme where Don Robbie's just running up that hill? It's gonna be that, bro.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. That's hilarious.
And then in the midfield, and the midfield, it's gonna have to be what Maino, grenade launcher, and maybe
Ugarte, Cass.
Ugarte, cool.
Ugarte.
And then the front three, the best player in our team, Amad Diallo, obviously.
Has to start, yeah.
Left wing, Rashford, and then striker. It's between an acne striker and a player that's technically good but just can't score. I just say Zertsky for FA. We'll put Zertsky. I can't be asked watching Hoyland sometimes.
Yeah, I can't, bro.
But we'll say Zertsky.
So bad. Hoyland is so bad. There's that one game where we got him off the bench. Oh my god, he was bad.
You know what annoys me more about United? It's Mason Mount. Mason Mount, still hurts my head to this day because that transfer window, right? Onana came in. We bought in Andrew Tate. We then bought in Mason Mount. I was hearing Chelsea fans, talking about we have to keep Mason Mount because he's proper Chelsea. He's got the minerals. Oh my God, he's going to be amazing. And then I look at the other side of Chelsea, and they're just celebrating. They're doing streams with like cigars and stuff, talking about we got rid of someone. We're free now.
Big up Don Dada, man. Love every single time. Big up Don Dada. Bro. Big up, my G.
Mason Mount was basically a buddy for Luke Shaw to chill in the NHS in a hospital bed. He was just a hospital buddy because this guy, I'm probably more consistent on the field than Mason Mount. I don't know how this guy gets injuries, and he's like 24. Like 24, 25. Like he's going to Ipswich in 2 years or West Ham, Now, I hope he goes to West Ham in 2 years. I generally do.
Yeah.
Mate, I sold him on career mode to Chelsea. That was one of the funniest things I did.
Yeah.
But
Score prediction, Brentford.
Score prediction. Is that Old Trafford? And Brentford have never won at Old Trafford. And
until Eric Ten Hag, it could be on Saturday, man. Like he's been breaking records.
I'm gonna say a cheek because there's no McTominay to scam it, no Maguire to scam it. I'm gonna say a cheeky 2-1 to Brentford, a 2-1 to Brentford.
Okay, fair enough. I'm just gonna go with a 1-1. Yeah, I'm just gonna, and that 1-1 I say is like a 90th minute penalty that we probably don't do. Like probably wasn't a penalty, and we just got it.
Oh, so
like,
we equalized in the 90th.
Yeah, something like that. Like that's literally how much confidence I like no confidence I have in this team, where I'm literally predicting us to get a penalty, which is probably not a penalty, a shit VAR decision, and we end up scoring it. And then that's 1-1. Like that's just the game. So look, Xerxes and Hoyland, which used to make Lukaku yeah, it's crazy.
Whoa, whoa. Hey, what is Prime
my
saying in
God.
that? No, that's a haram statement, bro. United linked
Aren't
to
United
Ben
linked to
Chilwell. That's crimes against humanity, like if they actually get him, because I swear to God, you sold Alvaro Fernandez to Benfica, yeah. You've got a buyback clause.
We have a
Instead, you're
buyback
gonna buy
clause,
you're gonna buy Lord Farquhar from Chelsea to play. Like, no, forget that. I've had enough of Chelsea rejects. If any Chelsea player I'm taking are Cole Palmer,
Hey yo,
Carney Chukwuemeka, and I'd take Jackson. Bunny, I'll take Jackson or Caicedo. Those are the only like 4 type of Chelsea players I take, and that is it. And maybe Kogel, and that's 5.
fair enough.
No one else really.
Fair enough.
But
Fair enough.
Chelsea did a 4-1-9 on us, so I'm not happy with these man. But I hope they beat Liverpool though. I hope Jadon Sancho does score against Liverpool and make them lose, because I need that in it. I need that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I hear you, man. But yes, people, that is pretty much it for the stream. Obviously, big up to Taz every single time. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to Taz21 on YouTube. That's what it is, right?
Yeah,
on YouTube.
yeah.
Hopefully, I'm not saying it wrong. So yeah, big up. All you guys really have to do, and I'm gonna show you guys real quick. It's very, very simple. Go on your phone right here. Go and type on the search bar Taz21. Go to his channel. And just hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell. So that way, you know, every single time Taz goes live. So big up to you, Taz, every single time for being on the channel. Obviously, this is just the first time and definitely not the last time. So we'll have you on for more and more stuff. Hopefully, the next time we do speak to you, we're celebrating that Ten Hag is gone. Because I will, when he is gone, we will have a celebration stream. And I'll have as many United content creators as I can on the channel to celebrate that. So big up to Prime for also dropping the link in the chat every single time.
Yeah, big up Prime, man.
In terms of your channel, though, do you have anything coming up and anything that you want to shout out yourself, bro, before we do close out?
So I mostly upload on TikTok because it's easier, because my setup is like a bit peak at the moment. My Wi-Fi is a bit peak to do live streams sometimes, but I'm doing them from time to time.
There you go.
What can I say? So we're gonna do a bit of FIFA live streams, doing a career mode right now. Gonna do more videos about United. You're probably just gonna see me get vexed, stressed half the time this season anyways, which I believe half of you will enjoy anyway, so it kind of works out. I mean, what else am I gonna do? Yeah, it's mostly just United. Could do some football content. I mean, I've probably got more tech than Bruno Fernandes. I mean, who doesn't anyways? Who doesn't anyways? But yeah, mostly just a lot of football stuff, and eventually I think in a few weeks I should have better Wi-Fi and stuff, so live streams will be there in YouTube ideally. So my TikTok should be there, but the problem with my TikTok is it's really easy to get banned. Like I've been banned like twice. So I'm trying to do more YouTube and see how it comes along. I don't know how many subs I'm on now, but I'm closer to that 3-digit number, and I'm talking
come
about
on, man.
100.
Let's get everyone. There's like 18 people watching right now. Can we all please and go and subscribe to Taz's channel?
I'm on that peasant. I'm on that peasant number right now.
Yeah, go ahead and subscribe to Taz's channel quick.
Unless being Ten Hag gets me some views like certain people have, and I'll do that. Innit? Ten Hag, if you're watching,
keep going, man. Yeah, keep doing it.
If SG wants to pay me some money, I'm all ears, bro. It works for United stand. It should work for me as well. I'm messing with you, man. But yeah, big of having me on though. Anyways,
of course, bro. Every single time. You already
funny
know.
Stream, to be fair.
It's good. I mean, all that we can really do when it comes to United and content creating is just a therapy session where we just talk about our problems, because all of us just agree with the same thing, and that we just talk about our problems, and that's just what it is. So, like I said, big up to you every single time. Obviously, not the last time since you'll be on the channel. We'll have you on for more streams. Is it Taz21 on TikTok as well?
It's Taz FC on TikTok.
Taz FC. There you go, people. So on TikTok and also on YouTube. On YouTube, obviously, his link is right there in front of you guys. TikTok, it's Taz FC on TikTok. So go ahead and follow his TikTok.
Taz_FC on TikTok. Yeah. It should be on my Twitter, anyways.
There you go. And also, I've seen him sometimes. He'll be in the fan call-in shows on Sarcasm City TV, which they're on Mondays and stuff. So definitely, if you want to hear him talk with Flawless, you guys can check those streams out too. But that's pretty much it for today's stream. in terms of what I have coming up next, we're probably I'm planning on starting actually a new show very very soon. So we'll you'll see that whenever that comes into fruition, and then we'll do a career mode episode, probably episode number 5. I've been killing it. I signed Sesko, and Sesko literally scores goals for me left and right. Like I've been absolutely killing it. I think I lost 4-0 to Chelsea. Okay, I lost 4-0 to Chelsea at Old Trafford. But then I ended up beating Arsenal at the Emirates, and I scored a last-minute winner with the Verts. So I'll take that every single day. I think that made up for that loss.
I got cooked against bloody Porto 4-2, and Rashford missed out one-on-ones, and I put a mask on. I literally put a mask on just to hide the pain away because I was literally venting my life out.
Yeah, there we go, people. So we got both links in the chat. Man. Twitter, sorry, not Twitter, YouTube, and also TikTok. Go ahead and subscribe to both his channels. Please, definitely do that. We got AK.
Oh, you know, Prime's gonna. Bro, I know Prime's gonna cook me this season, man. He's definitely got clips, Prime. So it's like I'm screwed.
Big up. We should do a Manchester Derby watch along. Yeah, we should because
he's gonna enjoy that more than me. He's gonna enjoy that.
We'll do it for the content. We'll do it for the content. But yeah, big up. Like I said, we got career mode streams coming on later this week, and then Monday we'll be back for Mud Bros. You'll see a little change on Mud Bros too, and you'll see a couple of changes. So yeah, tune in, and we might also have some special guests this Monday. So tune in for that. Mud Bros is the show, man. You guys definitely got to tune into that and yeah, watch me and Spoopy get cooked like every episode. But yeah, big up to everyone. This has been the Can We Trust INEOS stream with Taz. So big up. Jonathan says big up Shik TV like the cricketer himself. I know. Big up. Yeah, big up. But yeah, this has been the stream. We will catch you guys in the next one. And yeah, I hope you guys all have a good one. And we'll see you pretty much for the career mode, or it'll be the match reaction for the Brentford game. My prediction for that game, though, is 1-1, like I said. But yeah, big up. Everyone take care, and make sure you guys go subscribe to Taz's channels as well. Peace.